Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be discussing the Destiny 2 open beta, which was a few weeks ago. This video is going to be a little late because of stuff I explained in my update video, but anyways, yeah. I'm going to share with you my thoughts and opinions on the beta and maybe some questions I have about the full retail release. Also, I'd like to note that I am not a Destiny fanboy. I haven't looked up any information about Destiny 2 other than its release date, so some of the questions I might ask might already have answers, and if they do, please tell me down in the comment section below. But anyways, let's begin. First, let me start off with the content that was included in the open beta. We had access to the beginning mission of the game, 1 strike, and 2 PvP game modes. As you begin the beta, you play through the tutorial mission as any of the 3 Destiny classes that were carried over from the first game. So you still have your Titan, your Hunter, and your Warlock. Each of these 3 classes have 2 subclasses and 1 special ability. Like 1 special class ability that no matter what subclass you have, you can still do this. The Hunter does a dodge roll that can either reload his weapon or increase melee damage. The Titan summons a shield barrier that blocks bullets. And the Warlock summons a small area that heals Guardians if they stand in it. The strike is pretty fun, and your fire team fight the Cabal through a valley, a Cabal drill, some Vex architecture, and the strike ends with an epic boss fight against a giant Vex enemy, which you're going to have to forgive me, this was a few weeks ago so I don't exactly remember the names. Each time you deal a third of its health, the floor dissolves and you fall into another floor, and then you hurt it some more, and then the floor dissolves and you finally hit the bottom and kill the boss. What I like about this is there's nice progression, and I found it actually pretty fun to play through. Now, there are 2 PvP modes in the beta. A capture the area game mode similar to Conquest in Battlefield, where 2 teams of 4 Guardians fight over 3 capture points, A, B, and C. The more points you hold and the more kills your team gets, the more points you get. The mode ends if the time limit is reached, or if the point limit is reached. The second game mode is an attack and defense game mode similar to the bomb defusal in Rainbow Six Siege or Counter-Strike. The attacking team must plant a bomb at one of the 2 bomb sites and defend the bomb while it counts down. The defending team must defend the sites and then kill any attacker they find. Each round ends when one team has murdered all members of the opposing team, or if the bomb has been planted and explodes, or if the bomb is planted and defused. Just pretty much like Counter-Strike and Siege. Also, they added kind of like their own Destiny twist, and that is each team has a certain number of revives. I believe it's 3. But I'm not too sure. So if you're the last one alive on your team, you can always go and revive your teammates to turn the tide of the battle, which I think is personally a nice twist, and it really does, like, you know, kind of put that like Destiny spin on it, because if not, it would just kind of be just like a copy and paste game mode, and I don't think it would be too much fun. But they added their own twist, so that's nice. So that was all the content that was in the beta. So now for my opinion. But first, I have to talk about one of the things that really bugged me about the beta, and that is the complete lack of the character creation system. That's right, there was absolutely no character creation in the beta. You couldn't even choose your gender. It was just randomly dealt out to you. Now I can get over that though, since maybe it's still being worked on, which kind of worries me because the game is going to be out in a few months, and the character creation is kind of one of the first things a player does when they start the game. They'll probably watch the intro cinematic and then create their character. So in the open beta, that is only 2 or 3 months out from release, they don't have the character creator. That kind of worries me, but hopefully they just, you know, I guess missed it or something. I don't know. Hopefully it's better than the Destiny 1 character creator, because I don't like the Destiny 1 character creator because it's pretty much pick a face, pick your hair, and that's it. I wanted, like, you know, a full character creation system where you can, like, use your dials and make your perfect Guardian, since you did use them for several years, but hopefully Bungie steps up their game. I have to say, I love the new strike. I love the verticality that the strike has, jumping through the Vex train and flying around using the Cabal man cannons. I'm sure they have a different name, but let's be honest, they're basically man cannons from Halo. I also love the boss fight and its progression. I love how each third of the boss's health, like that you damage, the floor drops down, you have to fight in a new arena with a new element to the fight. The first floor is pretty simple. Enemies just spawn, you have to kill them while damaging the boss. On the second floor, there are these 3 pillars that you can jump on. And the boss will infuse the ground with fire, meaning you have to stay on the move and alternate these pillars that are never set on fire. So, you know, it keeps you moving and keeps you just trying to find your way around the battlefield, like, and be safe, get away from any fire, and it's nice. I like it. It's energetic and it's active, and it, you know, kind of broke up like some of the boss fights in Destiny 1 where you could just kind of sit behind a rock and occasionally just move around and take pot shots and then move back. This keeps you moving and doesn't let you sit there, so it's less stale. On the 3rd floor, 4 enemies spawn from these pools surrounding the floor, and if you set foot in them, you get damaged, meaning you're restricted to a small area and you need to use cover to survive. And as a huge fan of Dark Souls, I have to say I like this new boss fight. It's certainly different from the stationary bullet sponges that were the bosses of the original Destiny strikes. I just love how the strikes have progression now, and each kind of like layer progression you have to use a new tactic. It's nice. I mean, to be fair, I only played the strike a handful of times, so maybe when the game comes out this will become stale and boring quickly, but I have to say I was pretty entertained with the time I had with the strike. Now let's move on to the PvP. And I'm going to state beforehand that in Destiny 1 I was never a huge fan of the Crucible. To be honest, I wasn't that great at it, and I only played it during the Iron Banner so I could get some higher light gear without the hassle of playing raids. But I think that the slower pace of Destiny 2 might make me enjoy Crucible a bit more, with the inclusion of the bomb defusal mode. Also, with the inclusion of SMGs, I've really found my type of like Crucible playstyle. I now rush in using my auto rifle at mid-range to weaken enemies, and my SMG in close range to kill my enemies. I'll play Crucible more in Destiny 2, but I probably don't prefer it over normal PvE content, and I probably won't enjoy it more. Honestly, I can see myself playing PvP maybe like 1 or 2 weeks after launch, but not that much. I prefer the PvE content in Destiny. I'm not a competitive player really in any game except for Smite and Siege, so Destiny Crucible isn't my thing, but hey, it might be yours. And with a slower pace, I think a few of you might enjoy a bit more, but a few of you are probably going to be pissed off that they slowed down the game a little bit. But you know, who knows? On release, we'll see how the Crucible is perceived by more people. So there you have it, all the content of the Destiny 2 open beta and my opinion of it. Now I want to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. Did you have a chance to play the beta? If so, did you like the beta or did you hate it? And are you waiting for the PC open beta? I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing Destiny videos if I buy the game. I'm the Battle Moon, and I will see you in the next video.